First of all, let me announce that the the lists of problems are available on our website. Let me show here. You see the website of the OPSO conference. Here, Open Problems tab, and on it we have 3 PDF files. You are kindly invited to download them. And then we can discuss them. Also, I can show those files on my screen. What do we have here? The file called part 2. Here we have found that one of the problems actually is no longer open. Problem communicated by Andrei Mironchenko. Very recently, Jochen Glück told me that he found the reference answering this problem.
We only see the open problem webpage. We don't see the PDF.
Oh, really? Okay, sorry. That's it?
Yes, now we see it.
Recording in progress.
Yes, that's it. So this problem appears no longer to be open. Also, these are problems that were communicated earlier on the OPSO 2021. You can see the file and also the last one problem which I communicated very recently just now. I found that I don't know the answer, but I don't know if maybe this is solved, maybe not. So if you give me like 5 minutes, I can explain what the problem is about. Or if anyone has any comments on something else, then please, you're welcome with your comments. So this event is just for us to discuss.
I would like to hear your comment on this because you would.
Okay, so I call this commutativity with the semi-group problem. And the problem is as follows. How can we establish the commutativity with a semi-group? Suppose operator A generates C0 semi-group. Suppose operator B is some other operator. Do they commute or not? How one can prove it? The easiest way is when operator B is bounded, then those operators just commute as bounded operators. If you like, we can generalize a bit and ask what happens if B is unbounded. Then we need the domain of B to be invariant with respect to the semigroup, or ask some other condition which makes this question reasonable, because if B is unbounded, then left and right hand side of that equation is also unbounded operator. And to make this problem well posed, we need to clarify something. So that's it. The question which I encountered, and also I propose that this problem also can be stated as follows. Suppose that A is a generator of the semigroup, R of lambda A resolvent to the A, and R of lambda e to the power t resolvent to the e to the power t. Then the question is the following: find all the logical connections between the following four conditions, understanding them in some reasonable sense, and assuming that clarifying this sense is a part of the problem. These are four conditions that operator B commutes with the semigroup, with the generator, with the resolvent of generator, and with the resolvent of the semigroup. What is the most general case when all those four conditions are all equivalent? If we have one-dimensional Banach space and the semigroup is only multiplication by number e to the power ta, a is a number, b is also number, then everything that holds. But even in case of matrices, I don't know the answer. I suppose that this all should be equivalent in case of matrices, but I don't know where to find the proof.
May I?
Yes, so that's it. This is what I'm asking, and my question to the community: is this really an open problem, or just I'm not aware of the solution to this? There is one link provided by Jochen Glück, but it is not exhaustive. Also, it was supposed that Jochen will conduct this meeting, not me, or we somehow together, but he has some issues to solve, so I'm trying to conduct this meeting instead of him.
May I?
Thank you. Yes, you're welcome. Very welcome. Please.
First of all, in bullet 1, you want to have it for all t positive or not?
Yes.
Yeah. No. Just a question. Yeah, just a question to understand the problem.
Yes, but still, you see, it is written that assuming that clarifying this sense is a part of the problem. For example, one can ask what happens if this satisfies eventually. I mean, for some t greater than some t0, or.
Okay, let's see. And then the relation between the first and the third bullet, I think it will not hold for every lambda. You can have some resolvent part of if the resolvent of A is not connected, the resolvent set, then I think from 1 it does not follow that 3 holds. So you need somehow 3 in a set with, which is the component with connected to plus infinity. That's my first guess, yeah?
What is the answer for matrices? In matrices,
they will all be true.
So you know for sure that for matrices,
yeah, because you differentiate the first one with respect to time, and you do that, and you keep that, and you do that, and you put in 0. Then you get that A commutes with B. And if A commutes with B, then B commutes with every function, say analytic function of A.
This gives us this.
And that also, and then you can do Laplace transform, or you can do that, and you can. So for matrices, it's equivalent to the commune. Yeah, not for all T, I'm now saying. I think even for, because they are a group, I think for a group, then eventually will be the same as for T greater than 0. Yeah. So for matrices, these 4 things will be equivalent.
But for bounded A and B in infinite dimensional spaces, we do not know.
Then it will not be, then the first one will imply, let's see. Yeah, you get a funny one. If I just thinking loud, let's think that, okay, A and B are bounded, so they both generate a group. Then you could add then definitely, I'm almost sure, let's put it like that then the resolvents would commute.
Mm-hmm. Well, probably.
But for A and B bounded, let's think. Yeah, if A and B are bounded, then from the first one you can differentiate again. Yeah, you can differentiate the first one, 0, and then you get that the second one holds. And I think if the second one holds, then they are all. I think the second one is the strongest one. Yeah. But now you have to think in what happens when A and B are unbounded.
What do you think? Does it deserve to be included to the list of open problems or not? Because this is not a separate problem, but a family of problems which, when properly stated and solved, can become a beautiful theory in the framework of operator semigroups. From my point of view, because, well...
No. I'm just thinking if I have seen something like this before, because what I'm now thinking of is just in what I would do as a first proof somehow, yeah? And I'm just thinking if I have seen these things before. People have asked already a long time, but that is probably in Marcus Haase. If operators don't commute, what is then the semigroup of A plus B? And then they use this quite often, this kind of thing, but then they don't commute. Oh. Now, of course, this is always nice and to have as an open problem, yeah? But maybe the answer can be found somewhere.
Can I
suggest
that you might have a look at the book by Arendt, myself, Eber and Neubrander in Appendix B, Proposition B7. It doesn't completely answer everything you're asking here, but it answers quite a lot of them.
Maybe I can stop my demonstration and you show. You demonstrate. Do you have a file of that book?
Not easily to hand. If you can wait on this for a couple of minutes, I might be able to produce it.
Yes, please. Because it's not easy to discuss this only by sound.
Okay, I've got the relevant page up full screen. So shall I share my screen?
Yes, please.
Back to full screen. And there it is at the top of this page.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't give a proof because actually the proof's pretty easy.
So we have here B bounded.
Yeah, the operator T here is bounded. One thing I would point out to you is when you look at 1 and 2 together, you see that if your property 3 holds for some lambda and B is bounded, then it holds for all lambdas in the resolvent set.
Mm-hmm.
That's just algebraic manipulations.
Can you please show the title of the book so we can?
Most people call it the Green Book. It's vector valued with plus transforms. One more time.
Maybe you can show the first page.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And what are the second page? Here the contents comes.
Yeah, and then that comes from the appendices, which is appendix B here, which is just these basic properties of closed operators.
Okay. But still, for unbounded operator B, this does not solve the problem.
Well, I'm not entirely sure how you're interpreting the property that AB equals BA. Are you requiring the dimension?
Yes. It really needs to be clarified.
Yes.
What understanding we should bring to this to have the equivalence, if it is the case that because well, physicists are not not afraid of considering commutative or not commutative unbounded operators.
Yes.
So for them it is normal. Okay. So finally, should we include this problem with this reference, of course, added, or we should not? How do you think?
You're asking me in
Yes.
particular?
Yes, why not?
Well, I think you need to tidy up the question and make it more precise. I'm sorry, I missed the first few minutes of this. So I don't know how much this was discussed before I arrived.
No, not really. Just.
I'm sure this can be found in other places. And I think if you tried to tidy up the question, you would probably find yourself answering it. Because it's not something that's really difficult, I think.
Even for unbounded operators A and B?
Well, as I said, it depends how you interpret it for A and B.
Okay, so you're suggesting...
So I can't say whether it's true or false because I don't know what your interpretation of at least one of the 4 properties is, whether you're requiring them to have the same domain.
So you suggest not to include, am I right?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying I can't give an opinion. I wouldn't include it in precisely the form it's in at the moment, unless it's accompanied by a statement that one of the properties is open to your interpretation, then you might get some answers, but I think they would be easy answers.
Okay. Okay. So, thank you. Probably then this problem will not be included. But
you
still,
can include the problem. The problem is, but you should, okay, yeah, it's like Charles is saying, just write the problem down a little bit better and or say what the question is in this reference, of course, because you see that it already solves your question
yes,
partially, yeah.
partially, yes,
And
yes.
then the question for matrices is non-existing then, and that is not an open problem.
Yes. Thank you for your opinion. I decided that, well, if I ask, I will be a fool for 2 minutes. If I will not ask, I will maybe spend days thinking, and then why not? If we have community, we should ask, I think, not being afraid. So this is right. This is why I'm not afraid that you found that I don't know something, because, well, that's why we are communicating, to teach each other. Thank you for teaching me. Maybe someone else who wants to discuss some other problems, because now you all can download those 3 files and give any comments. If there are no questions or comments about this list of problems, which is still under preparation, but which is developing, if you don't have any more comments or questions, then we can consider this open problems events being finished. So please, if you have something to say, you're welcome. So this is on the screen. We now see the list collected on the previous OPSO conference, with some additions in the end. Well, I see that we have no further questions and comments, so I'm stopping to be the speaker.